Hello, you archaeologists. I'm the Johnstruct. Welcome to the proximity. I'm having an Avowed adventure. Let us continue. Where's my... Well, I did turn my controller off because I just remembered. I play this with a keyboard, of course. And a mouse. Now, I have not quite finished the other games I need to finish before I get to play this. Red Scarus, former Adrian colony in the Eastern Reach. The people are firmly rooted in the E02 faith, a fervour that took hold during the events of the Saints' War and remains even after the apparent death of Othus. Cool. We are in a place now. Here's our team. We have a cartoon rabbit man.
Suppose this is where I leave you then. I owe you my life, envoy. I won't soon forget what you did.
You're the envoy, an official representative of that sent on behalf of the Emperor to investigate the Dream Scourge and maintain order in the living lands. What will you do now?
I don't know. It's all just sinking in. I hope the folks at the embassy know where to find a good, strong drink.
Where do I find the embassy?
You don't have to. Just go up the pier. I imagine they've sent someone official-like to take you there.
Must be nice, eh?
Anything I should look out for in Paradise?
Well, it's the Living Land's biggest port. People come from all over. Not all of them are Adir's friends.
Wonder why?
You'll be fine. After the fort, I figure you can survive anything.
We shall see. Goodbye, Garrick. Good luck.
Same to you. You'll make the Emperor proud. I'm sure of it.
And you?
Look, I'll no thank you for showing basic decency. But you saved my life. That counts for something. To me, anyway.
It's Adrian diplomacy for you. What will you do after this?
Try to survive. Same thing I do every day. There are always crews looking for hands. I'll find more work somewhere.
Do all the locals dislike Adrian's?
Not all of them. But it's not a great way to make friends. Give Paradisans a chance. That's why they came here in the first place.
Paradise is the city? Well, we know this already. Governed by the Claviger, a custodian who keeps peace through cunning rather than bureaucracy. Anything I should know about Paradise?
Try not to get killed. Nah, I'm kidding. Just don't go around acting like you own the place. Alright?
Goodbye.
Hope we don't run into each other. Still, take care of yourself.
Cool.
One more, and I put a bullet in your leg. Hey! Turn around and sail back to wherever you came from. This dock is reserved for the Imperial Envoy. And he's late. Huh, probably died at sea. Good riddance.
The name's John Stranger. What was that about good riddance?
Ugh, shit.
Nice.
Forgive me, Envoy. I meant nothing by it. A slip of the tongue. Can we start over? Name's Cynric, captain of the local militia. We're a scrappy bunch, but we know our way around Paradise. Unlike most Adirans who couldn't find their ass with both their hands. Oh, present company excluded. They told me you were godlike, but I didn't know what to expect. Your face, it's so...
Handsome, regal, authoritative.
You're doing great.
Forgive me, again. We're having a bit of an emergency. No doubt you've come for the Adiran ambassador, but he's gone, along with our claviger.
Godlikes are rare individuals whose souls are touched by the gods. The birth, quirks of their appearance reflect the nature of their patron deity, such as feathers, horns, or flames. Over the last few years, many godlike AO or died under mysterious circumstances, but not you. I should be on the other side, shouldn't I? Okay. Although, and Claviger is a paradisant equivalent to the governor, like most bureaucrats. He uses those. Who or what's the Claviger?
Well, he's the closest thing we have to a local authority. Part keeper of the keys, part bald fist.
Paradise's mayor, more or less. Most people out here aren't fond of established hierarchies and titles. So, we made up some new ones.
They all left town at the same time, raise an eyebrow.
No, there's some kind of blight in the wilderness and rumors of plague. They went to investigate. Nature has a mind of its own in these parts. When the ecosystem changes, we ask ourselves how and why.
Leaderless and rudderless is the natural state of things in Paradise anyway. Keeps things interesting.
I have a missive to deliver to the Emperor of Adir.
Sorry, Envoy, but no one's here to receive it.
Nonsense. There's a small army of pickpockets, smugglers, and scoundrels between those walls who'd be happy to take it off your hands.
Just ignore him.
Where did you say they went? Because I've got an idea.
They traveled northwest to the Strangle Route, past the old Pargroon Wall.
You need to find the ambassador, and I need to find the claviger. How's about we partner up?
Since I've seen you in, like, literally everyone's footage, sure, that makes sense. Excellent, you can be the brawn to my brains.
See, Cynric, I knew someone would appreciate me for me.
Kai, before you go, I just hate to send the Envoy out there. The wilderness is no place for a scholar. Make sure he comes back alive, or the Steel Garrote will have my head.
Who's Garrett?
Better yours than mine.
Steel Garrote is an order of paladins fiercely devoted to Woedica, goddess of law and discipline, known for their cruelty and determination. Steel Garrote stop at nothing to hunt down oathbreakers, deserters, and heretics. They're led by Inquisitor Lodwyn. Folson Hillguard is an Adrian ambassador dispatched from living lands on a mission of peace and mutual cooperation. Oh. Subculture of Judd Apatow, mountain dwarfs, known as explorers, yada yada. Okay. I'm sure this will make sense. Before I head out, what's this about the Steel Garrote?
The Steel Garrote are here as guests, helping Adirans like yourself keep the peace. Or so they say.
Right. Weird comma placement there, but shouldn't that be after the symbiote? I don't know. I would never put it inside. The situation here must be dire if the Garrote is involved.
That's certainly what they'd like you to believe. Sounds like their reputation back home in Adir isn't any better than it is here.
Oh dear. Never met a Steel Garrote paladin in the flesh.
They're an order of religious cutthroats, sharpening their blades for the glory of the Burned Queen.
Burned Queen. Isn't here yet. Oh, Woedica. Right.
Oof, creepy bunch too. Who needs enemies when you have friends like the Steel Garrote?
What are they doing here?
You tell me, Envoy. The Adirans came to our shores with their soldiers, their bureaucrats, and their cult of murderers. Asking a lot of nosy questions is a good way to end up with a knife in your back. Speaking of the Steel Garrote, fair warning, their leader, Inquisitor Ludwyn, is eager to greet you. Or possibly interrogate you.
Great. I have something to look forward to.
They say she fell in battle in the Deadfire, and death spat her back out.
I've heard of the Deadfire. Made a computer game about it. It's an archipelago. Volcanic islands, and there's a god Ethos rampaged across the Deadfire and the body of an Adra Colossus. Huh. It lasting damage to the ancient ruins of Akaizo, the consequences of its rampage, topic of spiritual uncertainty and fear. I'll have to ask how she did that.
Not if you value your life.
We'll have time to worry about Ludwyn later.
Great, something to look forward to.
First, we've got to find your ambassador and my claviger.
Fire and ire. Kai is a seasoned soldier, mercenary from the Rotarian Empire, restless but affable. His wandering has led him to living lands in search of a peace he's yet to find. He's an experienced and battle-tested veteran. Kai can withstand damage and draw enemy aggression. His incendiary ammo can burn away flammable obstacles. He's a fire starter, a twisted fire starter. Order Kai to burn away webs, brambles, and other flammable obstacles. He's got a powerful shot from his blunderbuss, dealing high stun. Oh. How do I do that?
I'll bet you're glad to be on dry land after that voyage. Come on, let's get you some fresh air.
Okay, what's that symbol mean down there? Got a thing. Inventory. An axe, got a hammer. Having new quests. Ability tree fighter. Focuses on overwhelming combat force. Contains abilities tailored towards dealing high damage with axes, maces, and two-handed weapons. Also includes abilities that help with stamina management. Fair enough. I see. Companion ability tree contains abilities of your recruited with companions. When your companions level up, you'll be able to spend companion ability points to purchase or upgrade their abilities. 12. I don't know enough about him to know what's sensible. Stills his mind to regenerate health and increases damage reduction. That seems good. Was that all my money? I don't actually know. Where I thought it was that. What's this? No. Where am I spending points? Ah. Well, now he has two abilities. The wizard ability tree focuses on spellcasting, contains abilities tailored towards wands, grimoires, and stuff like that. Of note, Grimoire Mastery is a passive ability that unlocks the ability to cast higher level spells contained within grimoires. Investing ability points in that will also allow you to permanently unlock those higher spells even without grimoire. I have 0 points available. Okay. Oh, what? Documents. Orphanage. Law. Pillars of Eternity. Sure. Oh god, I'm not doing all those. Fuck out. Why is that not clearing? Okay, but some of these I might want, so it might not be a good idea to skip them all. Fine. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Why is there still a thing on my screen? Fast travel. If I press M, I can fast travel. Map screen shows topographical maps of the region of the living lands and their settlements. Exploring the LL will gradually fill out your map screen with more G detail in the areas you've traversed. We'll also mark points of interest and other details like quests, stores, or area transitions, party camps, fast travel beacons on your map. Fast travel by interacting with the icons on the map. Quest objectives are marked on the map with that icon, and tracked ones have that icon. Going up there.
Pargrunen left these beacons all over the island. They're good for finding your way around.
Oh, do I want to talk to you?
Donshore is most people's first view of the living lands, and last brush with civilization.
How do I... Fuck, I've completely forgotten how to... We'll save our game. I want to put my weapon away, and I do not remember how. Oh, 2 and 3 are his abilities. That's cool. All I now have to do now is figure out how to... How do I put my weapon away?
The Dream Scourge has driven people to the city. Means more bandits on the road.
The city's getting crowded. Pretty soon the Deerlands will outnumber us 3 to 1.
Why doesn't the Claviger put a stop to it?
Think, dimwit. He's nice and cozy in the ambassador's pocket. That's enough for now. We got a listener.
Hello. It's Iago, the wolf. Sea wolf. Hello.
Keep walking, Outlander.
Fair enough. It's locked. Just want to check something a minute. Turn it up. Might want to turn that down later, but
Please, how hard is it to answer a question?
I don't trifle with souls, man.
They're tearing my home apart. Never mind. I can't believe how rude everyone is around here.
is there something I can help with?
How hard could it be to find a watcher?
They're rare individuals. Blessed or cursed with the ability to interact with the dead. It's in the realm between life and death. Some watchers are driven mad by their gift. Surely there's an address registry in the city archives you could consult.
That's a long way to walk. Oh well. The house is probably a loss by now.
Why do you need someone who can read souls?
I'm clearly under some kind of curse. A band of Zorips invaded my house. What am I gonna do?
Hold on, why would Zorops invade your house?
Why did they do anything? They've probably eaten all my food and destroyed my supplies. I don't know what else. First, my ship gets attacked by pirates. Then none of my plants will take. Now this happens? And they won't let me into Paradise to sort it out?
Who is they?
The militia. They're scared of some plague. At least that's what they say. I wonder if it's really the Adirans. Keep us out and themselves in. I should never have come here.
Come here for a better life and find a worse one. Wish I hadn't heard that before.
What happened to your plants?
I wanted to grow a little food, save some skates. They never thrived, that's all. Clearly, I have bigger things to worry about.
I'll see what I can do about those Zorps.
Then take my house key. It's northwest of here. That cabin on the cliff all by itself. Gods know I can't go back. And there's nothing to steal either. The Zorps saw to that. Come back when you've dealt with them, and make sure you get their leader, too. I'm sorry, but I don't think they'll go quietly. You'll have to kill them.
You'll get your cabin back, that's a promise.
Thank you. That may not be worth much coming from a stranger, but I mean it.
Doors. Now you buy and sell items with currency. Vessels will appear with the thing.
Protect that pretty face. Armor and shields for sale, envoy.
You're trying harder, so I'll do.
Heading out to the wilds? Make sure you have everything you need. You don't want to... Kai, I told you not to show your face around here again.
Come on. You're not still mad about that hunting knife, are you?
All right, no. You're clear. But you better pay up front this time.
I knew you'd come around. You miss me.
I'll let you think that. Now don't mind him. What are you interested in?
You and Kai old friends?
Yeah, some of the oldest in Paradise. He's a headache, but that's because you want him to come back alive.
So you do care.
I lied to the Groat for you. Do I have to spell it out?
See what you have for sale. That's too much right now for me to even consider. Do I have money? I apparently have about... That's my inventory. Yeah, I've got that. That's how much everything will sell for. Guess I don't need a... one of those. Where's your map? My husband spent a fortune on this still gay codpiece to spice things up in the bedroom. Now he's dead on account of the weak heart. Want nothing to do with the tasteless though brutally effective garment. Leave it to the gods to find a worthy bearer. I think we'll come back to all this. Best offense.
The living lands are a dangerous place. A newcomer like you surely needs armaments.
Welcome to Dawnshore, Traveler. My name is Dagerda. You seem like you could use a nice potion or a bite to eat.
Potion
if you're
seems
looking
like
for
a
a
good
weapon
idea.
or a shield, talk to Walter over there. Just don't expect much.
Don't seem like Volta much, do you?
I like him just as much as one should like an ex-husband, and not 1 ounce more.
There's a sadness in your voice when you say that.
Is there? It's possible. But I think what we had is very much in the past. To be honest, stranger, I'm not inclined to go into it.
She remembered my
He
name.
knows what he did. And let's leave it at that.
Just looking at you, Ez. That'll do for now. I can...
What harm could some new armor do? Look good and stay alive.
Greetings, friend. You look like you could use a fine weapon or a sturdy shield. Not to worry, Walter is here. I don't know what Dagerda told you, but I stake my reputation on every item, and that does still mean something.
What did you do to make Dagerda so angry?
That's a personal matter, my friend. Suffice it to say, she thinks I threw away something important. And I say I didn't!
Where did you get your wares?
From legitimate sources, clearly. From traders and adventurers, mostly. And a few used pieces from people down on their luck.
I didn't consider the legitimacy of your wares, but I am now. Let's see what you have for sale. Grenade?
I'm in search of lost treasures. Have you heard any rumors of such things in the area?
I suppose so, actually. There are some Pargrunan ruins to the north, just across the river from the Strangleroot. The Pargrunan are said to have left behind many treasures.
Very good. I will remember you. You will be justly compensated upon my return.
Yeah, sure. Just be careful, all right? The land gets more dangerous the further north you go. No telling what might be waiting.
Do not worry, little man. I have stared death in the face before, and have no fear of these supposed dangers. It's a fine day for adventuring. Greetings, godlike.
Do you think you have what it takes to stand against me? Come see for yourself, whether you're a Paradisan native or an Edrian newcomer or anyone else. You're welcome in my arena. Just leave your problems and politics at the threshold. Unless you want to be the next one to test my theory that Kith can fly but only straight towards the ground, and only once come to the top of Magrand's assay and see what you're made of. Where's Weapons Master Kuzmina? My shadow.
Get serious, get lost. I'm busy.
He's busy.
That lighthouse has been under repair since Adiran ships began filling the harbor.
Oh. Worker's note. Overheard a pair of men in the grinning Ballarok talking about a treasure map at the top of the lighthouse. I don't know how the other workers haven't found it yet, but we're never going to have a chance like this again. Go back and there's there and take a look at everything that's cleared out. Make sure that no one sees you. And watch that scaffolding. You don't want to fall like Fennec. Can't buy a vineyard near Salona if you dare to think about it. All the wine we can drink and no one to bark orders at us. Plaque reads, "Non on friendship and bounty bestowed upon Paradis by Fior Mes Iverno, the third Magistu 2784 AI. May it triumph over darkness and guide us through these untamed lands." The note under it reads, "By order of Claviger Aymond, closed until further notice. Bears to the staircase and cupola, and currently underway. At the bottom of the second note, in larger handwriting, says, "Heard Fennec's voice in the stairwell. Damn the repairs. Stay away from this place."
If this can hold me, you'll be fine. Just don't look down.
How the fuck did you get up there, Kai? Can I pick up the ladder? That would be nice. Clearly a path here, and then it stops. What am I missing? Well, there's probably a quest here later.
Think the living lands will stop to let you rest? Pick up that weapon and keep training.
Ooh, how shiny that. Party camp. Set up party camp at large. Restore health. Speak to companions. Upgrade. Do all sorts of cool stuff. Well, haven't really done anything yet, but
I haven't seen...
Oops.
You know, for most people, getting sent to the living lands is a punishment. But, according to Steenrick, you're the personal envoy of the Emperor of Adir himself. Quite a position.
I'm an accomplished scholar of the arcane. The Emperor often turns to me with questions that lack easy answers.
You must have gone through one of Adir's famous academies. I can't imagine you had time for much other than your studies, so tell me, is this your first time getting dirt under your fingernails?
Should I assume you've never read a book?
Fair enough. I didn't mean to offend. What I really want to know, since hard questions are your specialty, is why the Emperor would send his best scholar all the way to the living lands.
I'm investigating the Dream Scourge.
Oh, that almost does sound like a punishment. I don't know how you investigate a so-called plague of the soul, so better you than me. Being a godlike, I don't suppose your patron deity gives you any unique insights into matters of the soul, do they?
I don't even know who they are.
I thought every godlike knew their god. That's one of the stranger things I've heard. And out here, that's saying something. Sorry, these are unusual times.
What do you mean?
I haven't met anyone who's really seen the Dream Scourge yet, but that hasn't stopped people from worrying about the rumors. Refugees are flooding in from outlying regions. The guards are restricting access to the city. And people are making offerings to the gods for everything from hangovers to indigestion, just in case.
So I'm here to find the source and put a stop to it.
I like your confidence. Just be careful how you express it. Unfortunately, the presence of so many Adiran troops and the rumored exploits of the Steel Garrote paladins supporting them is only making a tense situation worse. I think that's why the Clavenger accompanied your ambassador.
I can understand the tension. Foreign troops are rarely a welcome sight.
Exactly. Paradise has been quiet lately, but I don't know how long that'll last. We're talking about an island that has been largely settled by nomads, exiles, and dissidents. People who tend to be suspicious of authority. But what about you? What's your stake in things? Besides your orders, of course.
Everyone's heard tales of the Living Lands. I came here for the adventure.
Many people do. Most never make it back. Still, you seem more capable than most. I'll let you get some rest, but thanks for talking. It's good to be part of a squad again, even if it's just for a while.
What can you tell me about Paradise?
It's the gateway to the Living Lands, a scenic port city that's as beautiful and dangerous as the wilds around it. Most visitors enjoy some mariner's porridge at the Ballarrock, a back alley shakedown, and then the sudden return of that porridge out of one end or the other. Then, if they've got any sense, they turn around and take their chances back where they came from, with authentic tales of their adventures in the Living Lands.
You don't seem to think much of Paradise or the people who come here.
Don't get me wrong. It's a great city. In part because it's great at winnowing out people who have no business being here. The Living Lands means a hard-won second chance for the people who settle here. But first, you've got to survive it. And the island gives no quarter.
An ultimate proving ground. Is to see what you're made of.
The folks who say that either last the longest or the shortest. For a lot of people, the Living Lands is a last resort. They come fleeing war, debt, famine, the law. Take your pick. For others, it's freedom. To seek glory, to redefine yourself, to live in a way you can't, maybe even on pain of death wherever you come from.
What was it to you?
Oh, little of everything. Rawatai is famous for storms and rocky soil, so I figured if I'm going to live in a hostile environment, why not pick some place where things grow? It seemed like a good idea at the time. Used to be. If you could last out here, you could count on being left alone.
But it is changing things, is that it? Till the dreams go, you mean?
Dangers in the wilds is nothing new out here, but something about the Dream Scourge is. And if that weren't enough, a lot of people aren't too keen on Adir's presence and affiliations out here. Ilgard's new embassy and his alliance with the Steel Garrote smell like the authority and order that a lot of people came here to leave behind. But I don't mean to put that on you. I imagine you're tired of having to answer for every Adiran who sneezes into somebody's stew.
Stop sneezing into stews. Why is this old place called the Dream Scourge anyway?
They say people afflicted with it have strange, vivid dreams and start confusing them with reality. What starts as a light daze becomes severe disorientation and eventually a bent towards chaotic violence. And then fungal growths take over your body. So Dream Scourge.
Angle growths, like mine.
No, Dream Scourge is different. It spreads all over. Still, if you see any new mushrooms sprouting up anywhere unexpected, let me know. Until then, look on the bright side. The Living Lands is filled with people and things that are likelier to kill you first.
I've got questions about you.
And I've got answers. Some of them may even be true.
When did you come to Paradis?
That must have been 6 years ago now. I guess I was drifting, looking for a change.
And where were you? A change from what?
I was living in a settlement called Thirdborn. It's a rugged little place, lots of Rawatayan expatriates.
That sounds nice.
It really was. Anyway, we were talking about something else, yeah?
What did you do before you came to the Living Lands?
I joined up with the Rawatayan Navy as soon as I was old enough. I was part of our campaign to establish a foothold in the Deadfire Archipelago.
What was that like?
Starting out, it was exciting, purposeful. I believed in our mission. We were returning to our ancestral homeland, reclaiming fertile soil that would feed Rawatai. Additionally, we were helping Deadfire, bringing organization to the pirate-ridden archipelago and civilization to our distant Wana cousins.
I'm guessing reality. Yikes.
I was young and naive, and maybe that's no excuse. The Huana didn't want us there. We spent almost as much time fighting the tribes as we did pirates and Wilder. And it was hard to see how any of our fighting and dying was feeding people back home. I'd always heard that war was supposed to temper us, strengthen us, but I didn't see that either.
What did you do?
I deserted, and I bounced between different mercenary companies for almost 10 years.
You disliked fighting for Rawatai so much you left to fight for other people.
Hey, not all of us catch on so quick. Besides, there were only so many options for a Rawatayan deserter with no training and anything else. As a mercenary, I figured I could at least choose my battles and my crew.
And how'd that work out?
I ended up here, didn't I? It was more of the same. The only comfort was being part of a squad. By the time I came to the Living Lands, I'd seen enough, had enough.
Did you find something better here?
I did. Yeah. For a while. Look, if I can give you some hard-won advice, stay on your toes. You're in a difficult position. Whatever your role asks of you, make sure it's something you're willing to give. Because you're the one who has to live with the consequences.
Thanks for the advice.
Hey, advice is easy. The hard part's all you.
You're originally from Rawatai?
What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth, or the striking blue of my scales?
We have Omora in Adir too, you know.
Fair enough. My people are known to roam. Rawatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere, or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard or mercenary.
What's Rawatai like?
A thump on the back and a crack on the skull from a brother who says you should visit more. It's complicated. I guess home usually is. Lashed by storms, battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are.
Trenchers?
We do a lot of digging for irrigation, drainage, warfare, the occasional village tournament. Anyone from Rawatai has spent enough time in some kind of hole in the ground to be on a first-name basis with the worms. So, trenchers. Those of us who leave are scramble roots, hardy weeds that can survive just about anywhere.
Diversity builds strength and character.
You'd fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rauatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom. Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rauatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Aora.
Can't find the one I'm looking for. Rauatai's prosperity has become the envy of other old empires.
It's been hard won across a variety of conquests, cooperatives, and trading colonies. Some of the traditionalists worry that prosperity is making us as complacent and soft-handed as our rivals. Same as traditionalists everywhere. Me, I prefer the simplicity of the living lands. Kill the thing that's trying to kill you, and hope it has some edible meat on it.
Talk about Dawnshore.
I'll tell you what I can.
Questions? That'll do.
We should be safe enough, but I'll take watch, just in case. After your...
Cool. Let's ignore that because I
Voyage,
can't.
it must be nice to spend the night on dry land. Personally, I've always found the rocking of a ship to be soothing. As long as I've got my feet facing the bow, that is.
Cool. I've got some upgrade materials.
Take your best shot. Let's see what you got. You'll recover.
No, bear. Fuck.
You okay? Another glorious battle.
Now there's a good reason to sleep for the night. Must remember I'm playing on hard. Look up there. Welcome to the club. Your first job is to bring us a bear egg. Don't come back until you do. Beneath the main text is the word idiot scratched out, but still fairly faintly legible. Oh,
Venture past the palisades at your own risk. There's no guarantee of safety out in the wilds.
fair enough.
Beautiful view from these cliffs. Real long way down, too.
Thanks, Kai.
Zareps. They may be small, but they'll overwhelm you if you're not careful. Unseen, unheard.
Fuck. Ooh.
Nothing like a win with a good team.
Verbals. Rescue and verbal. How much is that?
This is the Hengen's place, or was. It's the Zarup's now.
Take a look around, shall we? There are believed to be a number of phenomena that a soul can undergo during the cycle of reincarnation. With a minuscule fraction of a soul's essence is ground away by the forces of entropy. The majority of it is lost to the beyond. No soul survives the journey around the wheel without at least some sort of fragmentation. In some exceptional cases, a soul can fracture cleanly into two even halves, each of which then inhabits a different creature upon the soul's return to Aura. Though where the occurrence has been well documented by scholars throughout the ages, especially since the founding of the Brackenbury Sanatorium in 2729 AI. In this treatise, I will compile what information I can on the soul twin phenomenon, as well as dispel some of the many myths and misconceptions regarding what it truly means to be a soul twin.
Right behind you.
Happened again when I was heating up my soup tonight. I heard something, same scratching, and sure enough, the Zarup was outside. I dragged my chair in front of the door, but didn't try to break through. It just poked through the weed patch and stared at me through the window. What does it want? Do Zarups always bother people like this? Worse yet, why do I sometimes feel tempted to let it in? I keep having this dream about it, always sitting at my table and the Zarup is there. When looking at a loaf of bread on the plate, and I reach for the bread, I wake up. What if it's the same Zarup and it's just curious? What if it's hungry? I mean, what could it hurt? What am I thinking? This place has scrambled my head.
Anything juicy?
He's been having dreams about his art. Would you make of that?
Maybe it has something to do with that wall painting in the other room. Let's check it out.
Nice. Tree godlike. Abilities are not key moments during your journey. Okay, fair enough. Light and medium armor. So I should change my armor at some point. Be a good idea. Oh, because I don't have it. It's just the book.
I'm no art critic, but I've never seen a mural like that. Looks like an elf and Zara holding hands. What do you see?
It's certainly not enchanted.
Why don't we ask Tehangan about it? It's her house. She ought to know something.